Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2021 action film Unchained. A film that is directed by Raphaello and it stars Mair, Mulroney and Eric Roberts. And the film is about like a female underground fighting ring. And Mair Mulroney plays a character called Ilia, who is, I think she's ex-military. I'm sure it mentions that she's ex-military. She's got some fighting skills. She can't get a break in life, can't get a job, and she gets invited to take part in an audition for what she thinks is a movie, a fighting movie. She essentially then gets kidnapped and thrown in this underground fighting ring. She's got a lot of fighting spirit. She fights back an awful lot. But she basically gets beaten down and is forced to fight in this underground fight club, essentially. What are my thoughts on Unchained? Well, this film, it has its moments. If you're a fan of action films, if you're a fan of fighting films, I actually thought some of the fight choreography here was pretty good. The punches felt impactful. And yeah, they obviously knew what they were doing to some degree, especially the fighters here in this film. The story that went along with it, I mean, I will say I do think Mair Mulroney, who plays Ilia, was really pretty good here in this film. This young woman who's like, you know, got nothing, can't get a job, and then she's thrown in this situation, and she fights back. And I actually quite liked her character. She had a decent arc and I didn't mind her character at all. Most of the other people in this film were very one-dimensional. There's the guy called the Warden, who is, as you could imagine, pulled straight from a comic book. Very brutal, treats them terribly, beats them, etc, etc, etc. And you want to see him get his comeuppance. I mean, it's very, very by the book, paint by numbers type stuff going on for a lot of this film. It's all mapped out. You kind of figure out in your head where it's going, etc, etc. It does try and throw in a little bit of a curveball in regards to there's a grand master, if you like. There's a guy overseeing everything that runs the whole operation, and they try and give you a little bit of twist to who it is. And for a minute, when the reveal took place, I'm like, who is it? It was like I was supposed to know who it was, and then the penny did drop who it was, and it was just so insignificant, really. And then they try and make out there's some kind of family angle and a past sort of thing that is never really explored, and in actual fact made absolutely no sense with some of the photographic evidence on display. So the twist and the drama side of the film was not particularly well thought out and not written particularly well. The fighting side of the film is actually easily the best part of the film. I did enjoy some of the fight sequences. However, while they did show promise, a lot of the fight sequences, oh my god, the amount of slow-mo and choppy editing involved in the fight sequences was really nauseating. And any time there was any kind of chase sequence in the film where, I don't know, someone's trying to escape or something along them lines, it's literally like the cameraman was running alongside them with the camera, because it's everywhere. And if you get seasick, you're gonna struggle with some of the shots in this film with the camera. Really nauseating. I can understand them trying to make it raw. Some of the fight scenes raw and realistic, and with the choppy editing and stuff like that. To me, it's very early 2000s. It's very, it's out of date now, and we as audience members are saying we don't really want to see our fight scenes like that anymore. We want wide shots. We want to be able to appreciate the skill involved with the fighters, not fast edits. For me, it just doesn't work anymore in fighting films, and I just don't think they should do it. So your enjoyment of this film will really be down very simply to, if you like a decent action film, if you like to have like a strong female character in the lead, because she is certainly that, you are going to get some enjoyment out of this film. There's going to be sections of this film that I think you're going to appreciate. If you're coming into this film expected to get like a gripping story, forget it. You aren't going to get that at all. It's like I say, it's very paint by numbers, the story and things like that. It's after watching the first 15 minutes of the film, you can kind of play out everything else that happens in it in your own mind, and it kind of goes to plan. And like I said, they do try and throw that curveball in at you, but that just, to me, just didn't make sense at all, and it kind of spoiled the film, if I'm being honest. So you've got your female lead to root for, you've got a big bad to hate, you've got a couple of decent fight scenes in here. It's certainly watchable for a low budget action film. So I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. Definitely not a lost cause, but yes, there are many issues with the film, and don't be expecting high quality stuff. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Of course, I will be back on the channel with plenty more content very soon.